This is a very fragile conversation with Mark. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, mate.
So, with the various conversations we've been having this morning of people coming to the aid of individuals who are struggling with their mental health and issues involving the river, it prompted your text and your call. What your son is missing?
Yeah, my son he went missing last night. He sent his best friend a suicide note, said he was throwing himself into the river.
He sent a text to his pal.
Yeah, his best friend. Yeah, and my daughter was listening to your podcast this morning, and she heard people talking about helping trying to stop a fella swam into the river, but it wasn't last night. It was Saturday night. I found out.
Yes, it was Saturday night. Yeah. But we're thinking that it might have been him. Yeah.
We did. Yeah. So I made the call. I rang all the guards in the hospitals. We see what his phone is unanswered now, and seems to know where he is.
He sent a text to his friend saying that he couldn't take it anymore.
He was in this relationship with a girl, and they had a breakup. They broke up, and he was really, really down. I'd spoken to him for the last 2 weeks about it, because he was really down and he was depressed, and he was getting hassled at work and stuff like that. But I never thought in a million years that
I know.
That because he's the most nicest young fella. He's got manners. He's just
I know.
He's just a decent young man.
I know.
Never been in trouble. Never brought in trouble.
But you see, he's totally consumed by the breakup, the misfortune. That's all he can think about at the moment.
It is, but like I've been searching the river last night, driving around, and he's never done it like this, and none of his friends have heard of him, and he's not up. He's living in Grand there. He moved in there with a work pal there about a month ago, and I'm just very worried, and I just wonder if I get it out there.
I know. And when he sent the text to his pal, did his pal text him back or try and get him on the phone or anything like that?
He did. He tried to ring him back, but he wouldn't answer. He then texted my daughter, and my daughter rang him. My daughter rang me then, and I've been up and down the keys there for a few hours last night. I have to tell me no.
That must be awfully sad for. I can't even imagine what that must have been like for you in the dark of night, walking up and down the Lee. Oh my God.
Well, he's the most decent young fella you'll ever come across. He's so mannerly. He works hard, and he's never done anything like this before. He's never even hinted. I mean, it's I rang the guards and all that.
I was just going to are the guards and the emergency services and those that often see the ribs on the River Lee, are they all aware?
Well, I don't know. I was talking to a guard, and he said to bring him back and update him because there's nothing on file. But I haven't rung anyone else. I just rang the hospitals, and they said they had no. They didn't bring anyone. Called Jason into the hospital. Yeah.
And has everybody that knows him been contacted to see if he could be with a friend or dossing down somewhere?
Well, you see, he's everyone who knows him can't get hold. His phone is continuously ringing. I've been up at the house where he's staying, and he never came home.
Okay. Now, bear in mind that this was only last night. Okay, so it's very early days.
Yeah.
And he could be just
struggling somewhere and will come home wet and cold and hungry.
Well, that's it. You know, I just want to find him, Neil. You know, I can't. You know, he's so innocent. You know?
I know the breakup is having a profound effect on him. It really is.
Yeah,
you know?
It is.
Oh my God!
I spoke to him for 2 weeks not as a father, the son, but as his friend. You know, trying to tell him that he'll get over it. You know, and take his time. And you know, and he seemed to be, you know, coming along fine. You know, but he told me that he was feeling better. And
I know, but I'd say he's a sensitive soul. I'd say he's a sensitive soul. You know.
Well, he is.
Listen, my heart now is in my throat.
I try to contact his mother in England. I can't get hold of her. She moved to England there about 8 years ago, but we don't keep in contact.
I know. But the phone is ringing, is it?
It's ringing out, yeah.
So, is there any way you could try and track the phone? iPhones have a feature in it. Android are the same.
Well, I have no idea. But what I was doing last night, I was constantly ringing his phone as I was walking up and down the keys. You know, see if I could see it on the side of the road or something like that. You know, because it keeps ringing out. But I wouldn't know anything about the technology part of it. You know.
But the guards would.
Well, you know. I was talking. I rang the guards and the guards know, but they said, you know, if they hear of anything, that they'll get back to me. You know, when my daughter said that there was someone on the radio this morning talking about some lady trying to go in. That's why, you know, I said I'd give it a ring. You know,
I think it would be a good thing to do because you've only limited options at this point in time. Really, it's a big city. Right. You know, would be to try and ping his phone, and in a moment I will put you back on hold, and Seamus will deal with that.
I have no idea how to do it.
Well, it's like a phone tracker. You can literally find the address where the phone is.
Yeah, my daughter Lisa Marie would probably know how to do it, but I never thought of that. But I'll definitely get out to do that.
And do you want to give a description of Jason?
Yeah, Jason, he's 27 years of age, but he's very young looking. He looks about 20. He's about 5'8", slim build. I don't know what he was wearing last night.
Of course you don't, yeah.
But I was
Is he dark-haired, red-haired, blonde-haired?
He's dark-haired. He's dark-haired. Of
course you wouldn't know what he's wearing, sure. He's not living with you.
But he's everyone says about him all his life, but he looks very innocent. I mean, if someone would see him, he just looks like when he was 18, you know, he'd get picked up on all the time in town by he's trying to take his phone and stuff like that. You know, he's got that kind of a look, you know, that young innocent look, you know.
Well, I have to tell you, Mark, you have reared a beautiful son. That's for sure. You really and truly have.
Thank you very much.
Now, we're going to pass on your details as well to Cork Missing Persons, who will help Mark Mallow search and rescue if the needs be. But I hope that won't be needed, that this is only, he's just put things on temporary hold overnight, and that he will come home and he'll be cold and wet and hungry, as to say. If he were listening right now, Mark, what would you say to him?
Well, I say, Jason, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And please, please, please do the right thing and make contact with me. Because I love you very much.
I know. And your heart is breaking.
Please.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a nightmare right now, Mark, but here's hoping that the nightmare will end. And that you'll be reunited with your beautiful son.
I hope so. Thank you.
Hold on a second there, because Chris is involved in Cork Missing Persons, and I just wanted to jump in on the conversation here because Chris, thanks a lot. I feel rather helpless in this, really, Chris. So can you help?
Yes, we can, Neil. If you pass on our details there and get them to me directly, we'll help him as much as what we can.
Do you know of scenarios where somebody goes temporarily AWOL for a short period of time and then makes contact again?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
That's important to reiterate that.
It is absolutely. Yeah. We've had cases like that before, but we'll help out as much as what we possibly can.
Okay, because
there's no problem whatsoever.
Any little bit of help, and yours will be far more than a little bit of help, is very much appreciated. You know, Christy.
Yeah, well, all our volunteers are on standby all the time, so there'll be no issue whatsoever.
Okay, so Mark, there's another little bit of good news there. There's a lot of people in your corner. Stuff. All right. Okay.
Great stuff. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it. Okay. I really do.
I know. Have you anybody with you? Have you anyone with you at this difficult time?
Yeah, I have my young daughter. I wish she went to school. So I think she went off to school there, you know. But I have another daughter there. I'll be good up to her there.
Christy, can you guys help with phone tracking and things like that?
No, but we can liaise with on Garda Síochána there, what you call it. We'll sort that out. We can liaise.
Could you get the ball rolling on tracking and also checking his social media, his Facebook, his Twitter, his Snapchat? All that's very important. There's a Snap map as well to see. You can identify locations, you know.
But he hasn't used his Snapchat or Facebook or anything like that since
no, but you can use them for location searching, you know. I think that could be something we could be doing now. You know what I mean? Okay, Christy, can you make that happen maybe, or do I need to do something?
No, what you do is if you get mastering me up there, Neil, I'll go through the whole lot with him.
I'm going to do that now. I'm not going to waste any more time now. I'm going to use the time wisely. I'm going to put both of you back on hold. And Mark, I'm going to get Christy to call you, okay?
Great. So, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it.
All right, we'll stay in touch with you, okay?
Okay, thanks very much.
Cheers. Now, do that straight away, guys, if you don't mind, Christy and Mark, and let's get the ball rolling on this one. Jason is 27 years of age, although he looks a lot younger. He looks around about 20. He's 5'8" in height. He's of slim build, dark-haired. Clearly, Mark won't know what his son was wearing because, Mark is in his own home and Jason has struck out and lives with a friend of his, so he doesn't know what he was wearing last day he saw him or last night. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel absolutely helpless, stuck here behind a microphone, and is limited in regards to what I can do. But God knows we would hope that this gets resolved, because he sounds like a sensitive soul, and a breakup like that. Oh, for God's sake! I mean, we've all been through broken hearts, haven't we? We really and truly have. And at the time, it's devastating. I always say the time heals, and it does in those regards. And even for awful traumatic breakups earlier in your life, you probably look back at them now with kind of fond memories, but going through it at the time is just hell. And hopefully Jason has strength to get through this. We'll stay in touch on this one. Now, this is great news. This is terrific news. Christy from Cork Missing Persons is back. Christy, what can you tell us?
Neil, I was just speaking to Jason's father there. He's been found and he's alive and well, so thanks to everyone for looking and sharing, but he's okay. I don't know the details of it. I was speaking to his dad there.
So he must have just got in touch with Dad in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
That's all, Neil. That's all.
Okay, we can't reach Mark. Yeah. What do you think it made a difference in coming on the air, perhaps?
I absolutely think so. Yeah, I think a lot of people knowing about it. A lot of people are searching at the same time, so it makes people aware of it, you know.
Somebody got in touch with Mark, perhaps. I can't reach Dad now, understandably, because he's preoccupied. So that's why it's important that you come back and tell us. You can tell me absolutely no more than that, apart from the fact that Jason is safe.
Yes. Yeah.
Brilliant.
To the best of my knowledge, he's safe. That's what his dad told me, so I'm just going to pass it on, that's all. So I know he'll be up to... His dad will be very busy, so...
Oh, absolutely. And I hope to maybe, if possible, to have a conversation with him tomorrow. But that's a great way to end the show this morning. And listen, and you guys were on standby. So again, thank you so much at such short notice to be able to kick into gear like that.
Well, we're always on standby, need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our volunteers are second to none. So
all right.
We're always there for anyone that ever needs our help.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Christy. Look after yourself. Cheers. I'm so delighted because a half an hour ago I was having trouble breathing with my heart. It was bursting through my chest. As anybody as a dad would be the same. Anybody as a human being with even a scintilla of emotion or compassion would be. So that's fantastic news. I'm not in a position to talk to Mark. Jason is alive. Jason is well. And I'm sure that his dad is beside himself with relief. That's the way we leave it, lads. Have a good day. We leave it.